Welcome back, everybody, to episode 16 of DaSnootz. Today, as usual, I'm joined by Noah, and coming back from the dead of last week's episode, Caleb.
Oh my god. Oh.
Hey guys, it's me, Caleb.
But today we have another very special guest to us, a close friend of mine who I've known for 10 plus years now, I think, which is wild to think. Drummer for the band Pointless Culture, an indie rock band from good old New Hampshire. Everybody, welcome Harrison.
Good to be here, guys. This is sweet. Thanks for having me.
Of course,
applaud sound.
Oh, I love it. Got to get that stock sound, yeah.
Exactly.
Just for this episode alone, I will import some clapping audio and put it in.
Clapping from like iCarly or
yeah. Exactly.
Remote.
Woo! Woo woo!
Because that would be wild. But yeah, we've been working on getting this set up for quite some time now.
It's been like what, 5 years?
About 10. 10 and a half.
10 years. I forgot about those other 5 years.
Yeah, you missed them. What the hell?
Yeah, I know. My bad.
So good. I'll forgive you this one time.
Okay, thank God. Whew, I was sweating.
Noah's gonna have to buy Harrison a beer whenever you meet in person.
Please do. I like IPAs. I'm that IPA bearded guy with the flannel that walks into the brewery. Hey man, what you got on tap? It's gonna be like an $8 beer, just so you know.
Yeah, I've had an IPA.
Oh, yeah. You've had a what? You've had a what, Noah?
An IPA?
Excuse me? Yes.
An
IPA. IPA.
But yeah, no. Like I said, out of everything, I was thinking about earlier today when I was hanging out how long Harrison and I have actually known each other, and it's really weird to think it's been like, I think I was in 7th grade and you were in 6th grade or something like that.
We met in the weirdest way too, and I'm not going to explain how, like the reason that we started talking, because that's not appropriate, and some people can find it out. I don't know. They can find out later through sources, but we met in we met in this outdoor, like this outreach program that was put on by like Dartmouth College, and I don't know. I was like in it. I didn't really know anybody, and then you and Ethan were in there, and we just started, yelling obscenities on the bus to whatever destination we were going to, and
oh god,
that's how we became friends, and ever since then it's been a wild ride.
Certainly has. We've experienced some interesting things together. To say the least.
Yeah, you guys have tricked me a couple of times. I'll never forget that time that we were walking on Mascoma Lake, and dude, that was brutal that night. And you all this, we walked to this like abandoned house, and it was kind of sketchy, and we thought something was I thought something was following us, and I think someone threw a rock in the water or something like that, and
you booked it. You were gone.
I booked it, and I thought I lost you guys. I thought you guys were dead. I was about to call the police, and you're like, no, don't call the. No, it was. I can't explain it. I can't justify how crazy it actually was, but that was insane. I remember it, and Ethan, he actually like fake scratch marks on his back, like some wildebeest got him or something like that. It was the funniest thing ever.
I still can't explain that rock sound, like the water splash. I still can't explain that to this day. So
yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, fucking Sam Squanch out there watching us.
Yeah, it was brutal for me.
Damn Sam Squanches.
I was in shambles.
I just remember because you were in the parking lot where we parked, and I remember you pacing back and forth. Ethan and I were up on the hill watching you, and I grabbed the stick and I fucking hucked it down into the parking lot.
Yeah, you did that, and I was like, oh god! I think I was gonna go jump in the lake because we're at the boat launch. I think I was gonna start swimming. I was scared so bad.
Yeah,
that was great. What a time. Yep.
Oh, let's see. I also we experienced your 21st together. That was a fun night.
Oh my gosh. That I didn't even get drunk. Nope. Everyone else was like throwing up, couldn't even walk. Ethan's dad was there. My other good friend Gavin was calling him Mike the whole night, and his name is Rick. He's like, Mike, help me. No, it was, I don't know. That was a night, and we swaddled him until he slept, and he was throwing. I don't know. It was a great time. It really was.
Yeah. I think you, myself, and I think Sam were like the only like people that weren't drunk.
Yeah, we weren't. We were just like, what the hell's going on
It's
right
like
now?
this is the complete opposite of what we expected to happen.
Yeah, it was great. You brought that Mountain Dew mixed drink over that always is a big hit at every party we have, and
Yes,
everyone was
sir.
just
Mm.
everyone was just gone
Yeah.
in like 5 minutes too.
Yeah, that little shack, or the little cottage. We definitely made that. We lit that place right up.
Dude, yeah, I thought it was gonna be gone when it almost burned down a couple months ago. I was kind of sad,
Same.
but it got saved because man, we've had some memories there.
Truth.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. We've done some ghost hunting together.
Dude, remember the
Oh,
TikTok
God.
we tried to make? That was real. That was no fake stuff right there. That was I still have the video and I show people every
Same.
now and then. I'm like, because what were you were sitting in one of the church pews and you're like, oh yeah. And the next thing you know, no, I kid you not, the chandelier starts swinging back and forth like some Holy Ghost is coming in and was like, fuck you. Like it was
God was
so
coming down to
funny.
actually smite us.
Yeah. That was awesome. That was so amazing, dude. Oh man, I'll never forget that night. That was great. Now that place is gone too. So
Yeah, for real. And I drove
yeah,
past
now
it yesterday, and I was
now it's
like,
town offices. It's like what the hell?
and a library.
Yeah, at a library. I'm not going there.
No,
Guarantee you
for
that.
real.
I don't read. I stopped reading past third grade. Oh man.
So yeah, I myself, I had these guys do some research and listen to Pointless Culture so that they
Oh,
wouldn't
thanks.
be,
Sorry.
because they wouldn't be, in shambles of like what to actually,
Yeah.
ask and, what you guys have made for music. So if Noah and or Caleb, either one of you guys want to start off with a couple questions, throw on out, feel free to do so.
Yeah, I sure do. Caleb, you got this.
Damn.
All right, I have an easy first one.
Yeah.
What is your favorite song of yours?
It's actually funny. It's not out yet. It'll be actually it is. No, sorry.
Oh,
We're saving it right now. It's going to be one of our later singles. But it's actually a song called Warning Signs. And we've played it at live shows. People who have come to see us, they've definitely heard it. We played in Boston a couple of weeks ago, and we got to play the new and improved version of it there. It's pretty rockin'. It's actually not like any of our stuff that we have out currently. I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you the lyrics. Harrison writes the other. We have two Harrisons, which is kind of confusing. Me and Harrison Fantasia, which he's got the cooler last name than I do. I hate my last name, but sorry, Dad. And we,
Damn.
yeah, Tim, he'll never listen to this. No, I'm being for real. No, but it's called Warning Signs. It's like a 5.5 minute song, and it has all these ups and downs, like these cool breakdowns, and it's it gets really soft, it gets really melodic. It's a fun song, and we wrote it about a year ago, and we kind of finalized it this past summer. But yeah, Warning Signs is one of my favorites. But we have a unique mix of music, and it's funny because we only have about 13 releases on all of our streaming platforms right now. We probably have 4 or 5 albums worth of music right now, that we've written. We have about, close to 50 original songs that's ready to go. So,
Damn.
yeah, we're working on a 14-track album right now. So Warning Signs will be on it. So, second favorite, I know you didn't ask this, is On My Own, which was released last week. So it's a very, we're all over the place. It's very kind of a windows down indie chill kind of summer song. It's cool stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
I want to hear both of those.
Yeah, same. I can't wait.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Absolutely.
My question is very specific, like question.
Mhm.
I listened to a couple of your songs, like the Breakfast song,
Mhm.
Severed Ties, and Magic Hat. But me and Caleb were discussing because I believe Caleb's was Magic Hat. He really liked that song. I
Yeah.
really like Breakfast Club. Now, I want you to settle this debate.
God.
Which one do you prefer, Breakfast Song or Magic Hat?
Magic Hat.
Fuck!
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, Magic Hat. See, Harrison didn't want to put Magic Hat on our EP, and I was like, "You'd be stupid not to. This is a
Yeah.
really interesting song. It's not like I remember when he brought the song up, and I was like, dude, what the hell? Like this, I don't know. It was something about it. It was just different. He had it. I don't even know. Like I know absolutely no music theory. I can't tell you what I think I only know like what a C note is, or I don't know anything. But you know, he says it's like in this weird obscure tuning that nobody is able to like. He's like, if we get famous someday and it's on guitartabs.com, he's like, I'd be really interested to see if anyone actually figures out the tuning for it, because apparently it's some weird ass tuning. But
Mm.
no, Magic Hat is cool, and believe it or not, we put that on YouTube as like the audio version, because we just wanted to put our stuff on YouTube, because we never really put our audio on YouTube. And you know, the distributor puts like the topic version of it, and like, no, we want to put our own. So we did, and Magic Hat blew up on you. I mean, blew up for us is like, you know, almost 5,000 views, which we're at right now. Which, you know, most
Yeah.
of our videos are only getting like, you know, 25 views. So we're like, whatever, nothing's gonna happen. And then people like from around the world, like people from Indonesia, like Brazil, and all these different places, like, oh my gosh, like this is such an amazing song. Like, I don't know, like we didn't really expect people to connect with it, but I was also pushing for it to be on the EP because he had no interest in putting it on there. And the bassist Nolan and I were like, dude, we got to put this song on there. There's just, I don't know, it's got like a driving rhythm to it, and it's simple. It's a simple song. So yeah, Magic Hat
Yeah.
is definitely it's definitely one of my favorites. It's also very easy to play, but it's
Yeah,
just
no.
it's just a nice song to kind of have like in the middle of a set when we're playing live too. It kind of slows things down a little bit, and is
It really does.
I don't know,
It's
and but
it's a nice vibey song,
it
honestly. It's
is.
like you can get like you're having a nice chill night and you just play Magic Hat and you're just
Yeah.
vibing.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
appreciate
agree.
that. I appreciate that. No, we actually might re-record a lot of this music too someday.
Yeah, of course.
But Breakfast Song, a lot went into Breakfast Song actually. It was so all those sound effects that you hear in Breakfast Song, I actually no, that wasn't stock stuff. No, we actually got a microphone, and I was cooking bacon. People think it's rain, but it's actually we were cooking bacon in the studio on one of those portable
Love it.
Bunsen burner things, and we had the
Nice.
microphone attached like right near it, and I got the little glass, filled it halfway with water, and was doing the tap 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 with the the spoon on it, and
Yeah.
then I got the toaster was actually we were if you find us on TikTok, there's actually a video of us doing that. So no, it was
Oh,
all
really?
no stock sounds right there. That was all in the studio. It was kind of fun. I think we probably spent an extra $100 for the hour it took for us to record
Wow.
that. But you know, it was cool that we got to kind of put a lot into Breakfast Song, and
Yeah.
it's we had a I don't know. It's a lot of people like the Breakfast Song. It's a neat song. The lyrics are really freaking weird. It talks about the whole thing. You can make you can get the gist of what it's about, obviously. But
Yeah.
no, but it's fun, and it's neat to see people that actually enjoy our music, because we just do it for fun, and then people like actually have something to say about it, and it's I don't know, it's cool. So no, thanks for
Exactly.
saying you enjoy it, because it's no, we put a lot of hard work into it in the studio and spent a lot of money. So
I bet. I
yeah,
bet.
it's not cheap to
Jeez.
record at all.
No, it did not
So
sound cheap to record that, but
no, no.
I really enjoyed Breakfast Song. I just loved like you said, like all the different effects and sound effects you
Yeah,
put into it. It was just really neat to hear, and I was like, "Fuck,
no, definitely. Just
damn."
kind of all went in. Yeah, no. I still get the question: is it rain or is it like sizzling? And I'm like, no,
Exactly.
that was bacon, and we ate that up after. It was
I
great.
mean, as you should.
Yeah,
You
right,
Yeah,
know, you
exactly.
that's like a
can't.
crime against humanity. You can't just not eat the bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Having done sound effects, that brings a smile to my face, knowing that someone used bacon to create rain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it was awesome. I'm like, I wanted to be a Foley artist after that so
For
bad.
real,
I was like,
dude.
what else can I do? Yeah,
Foley is
yeah.
so fun. Once you
Oh,
like
I
find
bet.
like
I
the
seen the
stuff to do it.
videos. Yeah,
Oh,
it's great.
It's a chef's kiss.
yes, sir.
100%.
Yes.
But yeah, you mentioned that you guys just played in Boston down at the Jungle venue, I believe,
Yeah,
right? How was
that
that?
was cool. We didn't know what to expect, honestly, because we've never played outside of New Hampshire before. And we're 2 years into this right now, so we haven't really gone out that far. But it was great. We didn't really expect to see anyone there supporting us, but surprisingly, we had quite a few people, and we found a guy came up to us after the show. He's like, "Hey, I found you guys on Spotify a couple of months ago. You came with one of my recommended playlists, and
Hey,
love the stuff." And he's like, I live right over in the Seaport, and I caught an Uber over here. And it's like, no way. So that was
Wow.
really cool. That was like, man, you're like one of the OG fans then, because we have none. But no, it was it was really cool. We had a great time. The other bands that we play with, got to give them a shout out. Violet Revival. Also, got to mention Cosmic Triumph and Morning Run. They were great. It was a blast to play with those guys, meet them. We want to get on some more bills with them down the road. So the venue was great. Management was great. We made a decent amount of money, which is always
yeah.
important because right now we're actually, like I said, and we're in the process of recording our first studio album, which
Yeah.
we're at a different studio now, but it's a little cheaper, but still it adds up, for the amount of time that we're there. So that money just goes right back into recording, and same with merch and all that stuff too. So when we can make, a couple $100, we call it a win. And, even if we don't, it's just great to play in front of people and get our name out there. So the Boston show, it went great, man. It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I'm
So-
glad to hear that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
it sounds
sure.
like a lot of fun. Damn.
Plus, you guys have another show coming up on the 23rd, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that.
we got one coming right up. It's going to be in Dover at Auspicious Brew. It's kombucha. How do you say it?
Kombucha.
Yeah. It's they make hard kombucha. They made So it's going to be neat. I've never been to a place like this, so the boys and I we're really excited. We just like to play in new places, and we've there's been places where we've just played time and time again. So it's nice to change it up and try out some new venues. So hopefully we'll,
Exactly.
enjoy this and get back there if possible. So yeah, no, we got a handful of shows coming up. We're
Yeah.
starting to get into this. I'll tell you quickly. It was we were losing hope because we've reached out to, I can't even tell you how many venues I've reached out to. I've reached out to probably like 150 different venues, and
Damn.
we've had like one reach back out, and then I think as the season goes on, they're like, oh, we got to book stuff for summer. We ended up getting like 5 or 6 more, so it started to work out in our favor because we were kind of
Hell
getting
yeah.
nervous. We're like, we don't know if we're gonna get anything at all. So finally, we're getting some wins here, and we just want to get out and play music. I mean, we were getting so worried. We're like, screw it, we're gonna find a local gazebo and a random town, and we're gonna take over your Sunday elderly trumpet, whatever you're playing. we're playing, man. Yeah, because we were getting worried, but no, it started to work out. So if you're around,
Yeah.
you want to see us play, whoever's listening, we'd love to have you join us and just be a part of our show because we like to have fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, fucking yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah, indeed.
'Cause I know, Harrison, you've been in a few bands now, and this,
Yeah.
you said
Oh,
this is,
really?
Yeah.
this is finally the one that's like doing good and kicking off for you guys.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for
Yeah,
you and
Yeah.
Nolan and
Thank
everyone
you.
else. I haven't met the other two guys, but I do know. I
Oh,
know
they're
Nolan.
cool. Yeah.
I do know
Yep.
Nolan. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I
What's that?
How many other bands have you been in, actually?
I think man, I don't even know if they'd be considered real bands after what
Like,
I'm
just
doing
like
right now. They're little stints. I think it was actually like maybe 3.
three.
I was in a couple of metal bands before, but I love metal. I love that, but it's not really my forte, so to say, when it comes to
That's fair.
drumming. I'm not a metal drummer. I will 100% say this outright, and I have no problem saying it. I'm not the best drummer. I'm an average drummer. I can keep a beat. I'm not doing blast beats. I can't do that. I don't know. My wrist can't keep
Oh,
up
those
with
are
that stuff.
difficult to do. I would
Yeah.
say.
So when I met Harrison back in 2019, it was funny how we met too. I was just hoping someday. Like I was so missing music too. Like I hadn't done really anything after Treason and Lost Cosm. Man, Lost Cosm was actually probably that was with Nolan, who our bass player is right now, and that's kind of why I had him join. But that kind of went somewhere. We just kind of I don't know. It was tough. No one wants to book a metal band to play anywhere, unless you're like
Yeah.
it's tough. I think our one gig that we had, it was the stupidest fucking gig. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. It was at my high school field day. And all of my classmates were like, "What the fuck is going on?" And we're like, "We are Lost Cosm." We're like playing over by like the athletic shed with like a stupid Ozark trail tent above us or something like that. And we were just, it was the stupidest thing. I felt so embarrassed. And I remember I brought like this huge ass, like freaking 52 channel soundboard. I made us look like, we were Megadeth or something like that. I
Oh
was trying
God.
so hard. No one gave a shit about us that day. And we had like one person come up, and I think it was our gym teacher. She's like, "Yeah." And I'm just like, "Stop pitying us." No, it
Yeah.
was so bad. So we didn't call it quits directly after that, but we just kind of went on, tried to record some music, and we tried to do some home recordings. It just, I don't know, it just fizzled out, and Nolan and I were pretty bummed. We're like, whatever, we'll come up with something down the road. And we ended up just, not really pursuing music together for a while. But like I said, I met Harrison at a music store when, it was back in 2019, and I just went in there one day because I was trying to I was playing for what was I doing? I was like I had a kit at home, and I was just trying to play and just practice and stuff. I don't know. I didn't have anything going on, but I wanted a new hi-hat stand for my hi-hats, and I went in there, and Harrison was working. I had never met Harrison before, and he was playing "The Line's Been Drawn," which is a song we have a couple demo recordings of that actually released. But he was playing that. He's like, "Hey man, like let me know how this sounds," and I'm like, "I don't know who you are, but he's just gonna play for guitar for me." Right when I walked in, I'm like,
Oh
"All
yeah,
right,
might as
whatever."
well.
And so he did. He's like, "Let me know," and I'm just standing there awkwardly. I'm like, "I don't know this guy. What is he doing?" And I didn't know he worked there. And he's playing, and I'm like, "Yeah, man, sounds really dope." And he's like, "I'm Harrison." I'm like, "No, I'm Harrison."
Okay.
And he's like, "Wait, your name is Harrison?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh, my name is Harrison." So yeah, we bonded over that pretty quick. He's like, "Yo, I live over in like the New London area." I'm like, "Oh, sweet. I'm right over in Enfield." And we just hit it off from there, and we exchanged numbers, and it was cool. We started jamming after hours in the music store.
Nice.
And we met up, I think, a couple weeks later. We had, told her we said we're gonna do something, and we did. And that I think we jammed for about like 2 months, maybe 2 months, and then we just Harrison and I are like we figured it out. Like we're the world's worst texters. We're terrible at texting people back. Like, and it just sucks to get two of us together, and like we didn't text each other for 2 years, and we felt bad because like we still wanted to do a band. Like one day I had COVID. I was sitting on the
Oh
couch.
no.
I was sick, and it was the worst case. I had COVID like 4 times. This is the worst I ever had it. Like, and Ethan and I, August and I, our best friend, we went to go see Steve-O. He was doing a live show down at the Hampton Beach Casino Ballroom, and I got COVID from that show. I don't know. It was just such a tight, packed space, but that's where I got COVID. So fuck you, Steve-O. And
Damn.
I love Steve-O. I love Steve-O. No, I love Steve-O. No, but I got COVID from that shit. So I was out on the couch like all week long, and I was just sitting there. I was watching. So I don't know what I was. I was on YouTube or something. I don't know why I'm giving so many details. This is how I am.
Oh please.
But it's No, I'm not saying that. Never mind. No, but I was just sitting there, and then I get this phone call. I never had it. I never deleted his number from my phone, and it said Harrison Fantasia, and I'm like, oh, like what the hell? Why is he calling me? I haven't heard from him in 2 years. And I always felt bad. Like I always texted him every once in a while. I'm like, hey man, maybe we could jam sometime. And he's like, yeah. It never happened. And he calls me. He's like, dude, is this the drummer? And I'm like, yeah, this is the drummer Harrison. He's like, oh, sweet. I was hoping it was you. Listen, I have a music festival that I got invited to play in, and it's actually in 2 weeks. Could you do it with me? And I'm like, sure. And so he's like, all right, I'll text you details. Why don't you come over to my house next week and we can practice? And I'm like, okay, I don't have a drum kit right now because I was living at an apartment here in Concord, and I wasn't able to have a drum kit in that apartment. So I'm like, dude, I don't have a kit. Do you have one? He's like, yeah, I got one in storage. So 2 weeks later, we meet up and we start playing, and he surprisingly, I remembered some of the songs. Some of these songs we played before, back at the music store a couple of years back, and we started playing it. It just kind of came back, just like riding a bike. I'm like, oh shit, I remember this breakdown of the song. I remember this part or whatever, the bridge or whatever it was. And so that was cool. And it kind of worked pretty well. We played 8 songs. I think it was 8 songs. So I had to learn 8 songs in like 2 weeks.
I
And
love it.
we
Jesus.
we were named. We went by H Squared for this little music festival that we did down in Ackworth, New Hampshire, and it went great. And then I was hoping he wasn't just like gonna ghost me after and be like, dude, all right, cool, whatever. Like at that point, I'm like, oh man, I'm hungry. Like I want to do something with music again. And so it ended up working out. And shit, that's when we kind of formed Pointless Culture, because we started practicing regularly and like started practicing these songs, and we're like, dude, we got to come up with a name. We're like, we're kind of something now. And we were originally going to be called Divorce Culture.
Divorce culture.
Divorce
Yeah.
Culture. Surprisingly, that was taken. We couldn't take that.
Oh damn.
And we're like, all right, it's got to be something else. And I'm like, I think it was Harrison that said, he's like, hey, how about Pointless? And I'm like, dude, that's not bad. And so we shook on it. We spit and all, and we're like, all right, it's Pointless Culture. And I remember we shook on it right here, and that was that. And then I'm like, well, we need a bass player. And my buddy Nolan, who I played Lost Cosm with, who's also been one of my best friends for a long time, he's a guitarist, but he's a multi-instrument. Like he can play anything. So he's like, dude, I'd love to play the bass. And so we had another show coming right up. We already got booked for another thing right after that music festival. It was like in late August, and so we played that with Nolan. It worked out great, and we're like, shit, we're a band now. And we haven't let off the brakes ever since. We've just been trying to go, and thanks to our girlfriends, fiancés, just for allowing us to do this, because it's a lot. We so there's some nights, or there's some weeks where we're doing shit like 3 nights a week. Like tomorrow we're going back to the studio. It gets busy, and for them to kind of be okay with us just kind of pursuing our dreams and everything, trying to do this. We're so small right now. Like we are super, super small. There's nothing big about us, but we're really trying here, and we're dumping a lot of money into this. We're recording. We're going around just trying to get as many like we want to do this. Like we really want to do this, and so it's just kind of crazy that this has become a thing now, and it's kind of hitting me like shit. We're starting to grow a following, and there's people all around the world that are listening to our music, and Spotify numbers don't lie. Get those updates every single day. I see them, and it's like shit. There's a new country. There's a new playlist we got added to. That we've got a bunch of saves on that song. It's like, oh wow, there's people that really enjoy what we're doing. So it just drives us more to keep putting stuff out there. But yeah, man, it's cool, and it's a neat way how we kind of started this whole thing, and I'm glad it is what it came to be what it is, because this is I wouldn't want it any other way. But yeah.
Oh yeah, man, I feel that.
Hell, fucking yeah.
It's
Damn.
like I mean, you never know when you're going to make it until you keep on doing it. That's
Right.
that's what you
Exactly.
got to keep doing.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
seems like all of you are putting in the work.
Yeah,
And
we're
that's
all putting in
good.
the work. So yeah,
Exactly.
it's not just one of us. We're all doing our part, and we added Ben Schultz to lead guitar because we just needed a little extra oomph to the music.
Gotta
He's
have the
totally
oomph.
he's totally brought that. No, you gotta have oomph. He's amazing. He's Harrison's best friend growing up. They went to school together, and he just adds so much flavor to our music. That's the best way to put it. We just released On My Own, which all those sweet guitar sounds are all from him. He pulled that out of his ass when we were in the studio one night, and we're like,
My
dude,
God.
how the fuck did you just do that? And he's like, I don't know. We're like, that's it. That's the take. That we're not doing another take. That's his take.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, no, that's really how On My Own sounds so good. So yeah, no, it takes all of us, but we're all in this together. We have a lot of plans. We're thinking about buying a short bus, attaching horses to it, and just gonna have it chariot down the highway and stuff.
Please.
We're ready.
Yeah,
No,
man.
we're ready. We're so
Please do that.
we're so serious about this too. We've been talking about it. We've been on Facebook Marketplace just searching for shit lately. Because that Boston show, man, I mean, I was in the back seat. I'm not a small guy, so like my legs were like into my face. My knees were in my face
Oh, that
the
sounds
entire
horrible.
because he has like a 2-door truck, and we loaded all our shit in the back of his truck, and we drove down. And yeah, it was a brutal ride down there, and my legs hurt the entire night. So we're like, all right, we've been wanting to get a bus anyway. So it's tax return season, so
There you go.
we're all we're all gonna pitch in. We're probably gonna get a fixer-upper bus, and we're gonna make it our own. And yeah, we're gonna start traveling around with that thing because we have a couple festival opportunities out in New York this fall that we're looking to get to. We have people DMing us. They're like, "Come to Delaware, come to Buffalo." They're like, "Come to
Oh, that's
Arizona."
sick.
We're like, "Shit!" So we're like, we would
Oh
really
yeah.
like to act on that, and not just brush it away. We like if you have a. I'm like, we message them back like, "Hey, if you know of a venue that would allow us, or that would have us be there, like." By all means, we'll travel. We don't give a crap. Like we'll go travel on a weekend to go do it. So
Yes,
yeah, it's
sir.
kind of what we're looking at right now. So short buses in the future,
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
100%.
It's very ironic that you guys have your song called On My Own and Caleb makes his own music, and his last album, ironically enough, was called On My Own.
No
Yeah,
way.
my second released album was called On My Own. So
Oh, that's awesome. I think August has shown me your music before. I dig it, man.
heck yeah.
Yeah.
Newest
No,
album's my favorite for sure.
man, we gotta. Hopefully, it doesn't get mixed up when we distribute it to Spotify, because sometimes that happens. Like, same titles and stuff get distributed to different artists and
Right,
stuff.
right.
Man, your stuff could end up on our page, and our stuff ends up on your page. Man, it
Hey.
happens. Trust me. But funny.
Yeah, for
Keep
sure.
learning.
I do enjoy it though. I mean, it's been awesome seeing the progress that you guys have been doing.
Thanks, man.
For sure.
No, I
Uh,
appreciate it. It's
I'm
been
trying
fun.
to. I can't remember. I keep on forgetting on this. I know Caleb and I the other week were discussing this, but Harrison's vocals.
Yeah,
He reminds me a lot of Led Zeppelin for sure.
really.
I get a
We've had a
lot.
lot of people say the Beatles. Who else? I can't remember
Yeah.
who else. Yeah,
It
yeah.
was the
He
Beatles. I
sounds.
thought Paul
He's
McCartney type
Yeah, he sounds British, but he's not. He's bumfuck New Hampshire, just like me and August and but
Hell
no, he
yeah.
sounds hell yeah. From yeah, no, he sounds British. He's just got a very unique kind of fluttery voice.
Mm,
And it's interesting. I think that's kind of what makes us unique. Is we're all over the place with our music, but then you have him as our vocalist, and it just gets even more interesting because he's just like I
Yeah.
said, he's got he's got a range. Like he can scream, he can yell. He can be
Yeah, for
really
sure.
fly. He's it's when we release some more stuff, you'll start to hear his range even more and what he can do. But he's very interesting. I think we're gonna be one of those bands where like you're either gonna like it or you're not gonna like it.
Yeah.
Because there's those bands. But no, he's
Well, yeah, since you guys are kind
yeah.
of going around and doing, like you said, you're doing a variety of music and stuff. The other band too that I was thinking of is Greta Van Fleet, the vocalist
Oh
for them as
yes,
well. That's what I
yes,
get reminded a lot of as well as
yeah,
those vocals with that range.
yeah. He's not very. Harrison's very. He's not. He's not a very singy. Like he's almost like a talk singing kind of.
Mm.
I don't know how to say that, but yeah, he's not very operatic. Is that a word? I don't know.
I'll believe it.
But
I'll take
Sure.
it.
yeah. He's not gonna sing you opera, but he's gonna. I don't know. He almost gives me like 21 Pilots vibes too, in a way.
Yeah,
Which
actually.
which is one of our inspirations. I mean, Harrison's a big 21 Pilots fan, and we have some fast singing, quote unquote, fast singing spots in some of our music that you'll hear that's being released pretty soon, and it's very much 21 Pilots esque. So
Nice.
that's pretty cool. But yeah, we're all over the place, and we like to be all over the place.
Hell yeah.
Never stay consistent.
Yeah, you can't be
Always gotta-
predictable, because then if you're predictable,
Exactly.
no one's gonna want to listen to you.
Exactly. Keep everybody on their toes.
Exactly, and that's kind of what the EP was about. We wanted to add sirens in there, which was kind of a curveball. Like, oh shit, we're getting folky now. So that one wasn't going to be on the EP, and then we had someone cut us a check saying, "Hey, I will pay you $1,000 if you go and record this song." They heard it at one of our shows. That is not a joke, by the way.
Holy
That was
shit.
real. So we put that money into the band fund, and we sure enough we took it out when it was time to pay that recording bill. So yeah, that was
As you
not
should.
supposed to be on the EP, but we were like, all right, we're gonna do it. If we're getting paid to do it, Jesus. So
Hey, might as well, someone's gonna give you the money to do it. Fuck it, send it.
yeah, we're like,
Full
cool.
send.
It just added more variety to the EP because I don't know what song we were actually gonna put on it, but yeah, it wasn't gonna be that one.
Fair.
Yeah.
You gotta get Caleb into a studio one of these days, just so
Seriously.
you can experience it. It's so cool, dude.
That'd be fun.
Getting
Yeah.
into a studio and seeing what it's like in there. Oh, wild.
We're recording at a new place right now, and it's actually a home studio, which is pretty cool. The other place we recorded at before was it was a barn that got turned into a studio. It's like this old hippie commune. It was a really cool place. We used to record there. We'll probably go back once in a great while.
Sure.
Just hurts our pockets quite a bit at that studio. No offense to Jerry.
Yeah.
Love you, Jerry, but we don't have that kind of money right now. So we're going to this new place. Buddy of mine, I met him a while back, and he's like, dude, I just built a new house. I built a recording studio. Wife didn't want me to, but I did it anyway. And it's a really cool facility, and he's dumped a shitload of money into it, and he's got all the right stuff, and it's extremely impressive what he's done. And I met him one time at a show. It was a while back, and he was the drummer for one of the bands, and I was like, hey, it's like a country cover band that he's in, it's like a country band, and he was like, I was doing it for work, and he's like, dude, I just built my studio down in Auburn, New Hampshire, and I'm like, he showed me pictures, and I'm like, dude, that is nice. And I'm like, can I get a tour? And so I brought the boys down. We're like, oh yeah, we should probably record here. And no, we've been there. We've recorded 8 songs already with Mark. He's been incredible, and he's kind of played producer role too, which is cool because
Nice.
we don't really have a producer, but we've always we want one, but we're not willing to pay for one right now.
Yeah.
So he's got that producer brain, which is great because with On My Own, which is out, some of the stuff in that song he came up with, and we just were like, oh shit, yeah, that sounds great, let's keep that. And he's like, are you sure? And we're like, yeah. So it's great to kind of have him in he's like our recording engineer. He records us. He's kind of our producer too. So it's all working out, and it's a bang for it's a whatever you call it, a bang for your buck, or I don't know.
Bang for your buck, yes sir.
Yeah. So that's what it is for us, and we love him. We wouldn't want to have it any other way right now. But we might go back to our old studio too and do some singles and stuff with him because we do love Jerry. So, but yeah, no, it's cool, this studio that we're in right now, because it's a home, like just when you hear the quality of the music that's coming out, it's like shit, that was recorded in some dude's attic. So
Oh yeah.
no, it's super cool. It's a lot of fun. We're in the studio at least once a week right now. Trying to
Yeah.
get this album out. We don't have a timeline on it yet. We don't know how long it's gonna take, and we're in no rush because we want to put the best product out there. So we're
Yeah,
just
for
gonna
real.
release singles as they come, and when we get them mastered and stuff. Like On My Own was obviously the first, so that came out really well, and that's a song that I have been wanting to get out there too, just because it is such a beautiful song. The lyrics are cool. Very kind of it's a simple song, but it's also just a very melodic song, almost like a Frisian trigger song to get those goosebumps going. Just some of those notes in there, the breakdowns, and
Nice.
it just came out so well. It was magic in the studio when we recorded that song. Like we were just it was the first song we recorded with Mark, and we were just like, oh my gosh, this sounds so good. And I'm like, we got to get this out, boys. We got to release this ASAP. So we did. And I hope people are enjoying it because it's honestly right next to Warning Signs, probably one of my favorite songs too. So
Nice.
Hell
man.
yeah. Hell
You got me
fucking
excited to hear it.
yeah.
Yeah. Please
Intrigued to
check it
hear
out. Please check it out. It's good. It's like a total like indie song though. It's got all the indie vibes to it and stuff, and it's
yeah.
just it's I don't know. I wanted it on the EP too, and the boys kind of fought me on it. Like, no, it's so soft, and I'm like, no, but it's so good. Like it's I don't know. Like we released Severed Ties, which is our first single, and if you like that song, you're definitely gonna like this song. I think it's even better, to be honest. Sorry, Harrison, but I think On My Own is way better. It's so
Yeah.
good, and we do love Severed Ties. That was like our original single, but it's so funny. We hear the original version of Severed Ties now, and we're like, man, that sounds like ass because it's
I
like
know something like that.
yeah, and it's just because we added so much more to the EP version of it, and it's just crazy. It was just bass, guitar, drums for the original version, and it just sounds like a demo track now that I listen to it. And I thought it was like this full, produced track before, and I'm like, yeah, man, this is like a freaking radio single right now. And now I'm just like, shit, we could have done so much more with that song. So I think that's the cool thing about us right now is we're just kind of growing with our recording and stuff too, and just trying to do more. So that's why I think we're gonna not put a time like a timeline for this. We're just gonna release it when we think when we're happy with it. We're gonna put it out there into the world. So
What you like to
14
hear.
tracks by the
Yeah.
way, and we're gonna have I think 2 or 3 bonus tracks on it too,
Nice.
Hell
deluxe
fucking
edition. So yeah, we're just gonna keep writing, keep recording. We already have the second album track list done. We're like ready to
Damn.
go. So we're just gonna keep going, and if anyone wants to help out with our studio bills, we have merch that's
Yes,
out
sir.
there. August has bought a shirt before. Thank you, August.
Currently wearing it too, because
Oh, hell yeah.
I got it,
Hell
for
yeah.
this episode. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
I
Yeah,
love
we
the
have it
design.
out there.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we it's tough to pay for these studio bills. Granted, we're not paying as much as we used to now, which is great. But it's tough to everyone in this day and age in this economy, shit, not everyone has money, so we're just trying to do it, but we also want to get music out there, and we want to pay our guy that's making it all happen for us. So any t-shirt that is sold, anything that is sold on our merch site, it is greatly appreciated because that directly goes right back into our fund, which we pay our guy with. So
yeah, I'll make sure to have a link for anyone that might be interested for checking it out. Everything like that will be in the description for the video and also the audio.
awesome.
So,
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Hell yeah, man. Happy to help out. But
No,
it's
seriously,
funny.
it means a lot.
It is funny with Harrison mentioning, going back and listening to old music because Caleb, that sounds pretty familiar with your stuff.
I know. I was gonna say, listening to like my older stuff, I'm like, oof, that sounds rough compared to like
Oh yeah,
the newer stuff.
because I remember it too. Like I just remember hearing it the first time, like, oh yeah, this is great. Now I'm just like, what the hell was I thinking?
Yeah,
There
what
could
was
have
I
been
thinking?
so much more we could have added to that.
Yeah.
But it was also our first single, and we were so giddy to get it out there. So,
Right.
but I understand. Yeah, so that's why we might re-record stuff down the road because we want to have new and improved versions of these songs. So yeah.
Good old remastered session.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Little House will be coming out soon, if I may tease that. We have Little House out right now.
Saw that.
Yeah, Little House is it's one of the OG songs when we first started. But we just re-recorded Little House again for the album. So we are probably going to delete the version that's currently on Spotify because we fucking hate it. We hate all the demo stuff that's on there. Harrison hounds me every time. He's like, dude, delete that shit off Spot. I'm like, I will once we get the new re-recorded versions of that out.
Exactly.
He thinks it's so embarrassing. I remember, dude, there's so many fuck ups on those too. Like they and they don't even sound anything like it does now. Like they don't. Those were in its like infant stages when we recorded those songs, so they sound totally different now. But yeah.
Gotta love it. It's always fun. You guys will have the remaster, and then you have you can call them the quote unquote demos, at the end, and
Yeah, I might
people
just
recognize
relabel them
them.
as demos because I kind of want people to hear like us grow and like how we've kind
Yeah.
of progressed and stuff,
Yeah.
which would be cool. Like I really don't want to delete them. I will fight them on it because like I want to keep them on there so people like, oh my god, like listen to this like track that they did. It sounds so bad compared to what they did now. But
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's cool looking back on it, like you said, and just being like, wow, we've come from here, and now we're here. We're not at this. I remember always
Right.
with Caleb just being like, hey. I always love listening to Caleb stuff whenever he's working on it because I'm like, just go back and listen to your original stuff and see. And because I used to give Caleb hints and every stuff or like suggestions every once in a while on kind of some things that I would suggest doing, and watching him grow and just getting to where he's at with his music now. And I'm like, proud moment for
Yep.
just
100%. It's cool once you can figure those things out, like in your production and everything. You just kind of unlock
Yeah.
new stuff. You're like, shit, I got to start doing that all the time now. No, it's a cool feeling. It really is, and that's why I don't know. I kind of like producing our own stuff, but shit, we tried recording drums. Drums are the hardest thing to get right when you're recording.
Oh man,
Like
yeah.
live drums. Oh shit, I don't recommend it unless you actually know what the hell you're doing.
Just getting the mic set up properly so it
Oh my
captures the
gosh.
sound properly, bro. Oh my
Dude,
god.
oh god, no! And I was using literally handheld vocal mics before on those recordings that you heard, dude. I
We
know.
had the Shure SM58s going.
No, not even that. I had the cheap ass Amazon ones, bro. I wasn't
No.
spending that much money. Yeah, so Little House, the demo version, that was recorded on some cheap like Amazon Basics mic. So yeah, no, it's yeah, and we gave up on the home recordings. I was like, yeah, we're not doing this anymore. Like, we have to go to a studio because we ain't gonna get the sound. Like, I think we had like so many different interventions as a band. We're like, no, we're gonna do this in the basement. We're gonna start them like, and no, we just gave up. And like, shit. Once we went to the studio, we never talked about doing home recordings again because once you get that studio quality, it's so hard to go back to that. You can't just like deteriorate the quality of your music. We didn't want to go backwards, so we decided to suck it up and pay lots of money.
Hey, you'll make it back.
Exactly.
You'll make it back with time.
Hopefully, because streaming numbers. Oh yeah, we got 10 cents. That's like almost.
Oh
a
yeah,
coffee
Spotify
sitting there.
Spotify kills you with money back.
But
bro.
I love Spotify, and you know what? I know Spotify gets so much hate sometimes, but like, shit, they really the one silver lining with Spotify is they make it so accessible for people to discover you on Spotify, and that's what I love. Is like half the people that I think find us are from TikTok and Spotify.
That's sick.
And if TikTok does go away, if the Senate does go that, and I don't know, like shit, we'll find other outlets. But that's the thing I do love about Spotify is they put your merch, they put your your tour dates and everything in one spot. Like it's the one spot for all the artists' information. And the second you get playlisted on a good playlist on Spotify, shit, you're blowing up. You are blowing up. So that's what we're hoping for. Like one day we want to get on someone's Discover Weekly or something like that, because that would mean so much to us, just to get on one of these lists. And I have pitched all of our music before, but nothing ever. I mean, I guess you have to write a good Spotify pitch. There's a lot of stuff that factors into it, but I'm hoping On My Own gets chosen to be on some sort of playlist someday. That would be really cool because I think the song fits in a lot of different scenarios.
No
So.
more AI generated playlists like you guys are.
Hmm.
Or like you
Oh
mentioned
my
them, maybe, bro.
god! Yeah, that sucked, dude. We got added to some AI playlists, and fuck whoever made that playlist. I want you to eat dirt. I don't know. I'm not gonna say what I want, but that sucked. You know, we
Yeah.
have worked so hard to build our Spotify to what it is. Granted, we only have like 100, almost like we have like less than 200 followers, but it's hard to get followers on Spotify. It is not easy. And artists who are on, they can totally attest to that. But we got added to some playlists. I'm like, why the fuck is Breakfast Song getting like 300 listens a day? I was like, what is going on? And next thing you know, we got added to some waiver. It was some playlist, and I was like, what is this? So I, of course, go on Reddit because Reddit knows everything. And
Good old Reddit.
yeah, good old Reddit. And
Gotta love Reddit.
yeah, gotta love Reddit. And
Gotta love Reddit.
okay, we're stopping there. And and it's like, yeah, this is some AI playlist out of, I think it was, I can't remember what country it wasn't from here. It was like in Europe or something like that. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And it was some AI playlist. Next thing you know, I'm on our distributor site one day where we get all the stats and all this shit and our royalties, which is, $0. And I'm on there and I get this big thing that comes up. It's like, you're in trouble. And I'm like, what is going on? And I click on this thing. It's like, here's you need to watch this video on how it's not okay to get AI listens on your music. And I'm like, what? And sure enough, we got scolded. We got slapped hard from Spotify and DistroKid for saying, we have AI listens and these are bots that are listening to our music. I'm like, I never signed up for this though. And yeah, don't screw around. Try not to get on your music on, bot playlists or whatever, because shit, it will screw you. And now we have a strike on our Spotify account. If we get 2 more, they're removing all of our music from Spotify. So,
Oh, what the fuck? Okay,
yeah, and it made you watch this video, and it's like, please click. I understand. I will never, get AI. I'm like, this is some baby bullshit right here. Stop treating me like I'm 5. Like, I didn't sign up for this bullshit. And so I was pissed. I was not happy. But it just sucks. So yeah, watch out for AI playlists out there because Spotify does not like that, and they will actually charge you $100 per song. I can't remember the exact price, but they will charge you whatever it is for that song. Like if you had AI listens on it or whatever, they'll charge you like X amount of money. And yeah, it's stupid. They don't screw around with that, and I like that they don't. But also, like, what the hell? Like, how are we supposed to, how are we supposed to know we were getting added to an AI playlist? And it just bothers me because those are all fake streams. So, like, the Breakfast Song has X amount of streams. Like, 400 or 500 of those were not real streams, which pisses me off.
Ugh.
So, yeah, stupid. Just watch out for AI playlists because they will screw you and probably get your music taken down if it happens, time and time again.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Yeah.
They'll get you. They'll get you.
Yeah, they will. They'll find a way. So.
Well,
No.
no.
Yeah. No.
Well,
Oh, August said no. August said no, guys. August said no.
I said no. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, Caleb, anything else that you'd like to ask question-wise?
Sorry I talked too much, by the way. I just like talking.
No, I really
No,
appreciate it, honestly.
We're
We got a
we're
lot
used
of
to it
good
being
detail.
Noah.
Yeah.
We're used to it being Noah.
See, that's why I quiet down. That's why I quiet down and let him speak.
I mean, that's the whole point of the
Yeah, that's why we
guest
like
podcast,
having guests on. It's kind of new to us. You're our second guest on the podcast, so
happy to be the second, man.
yes, sir. But yeah, no, it's.
I want to get all the boys on here one time too.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for sure.
Yeah, the boys aren't with me
Love
tonight.
that.
We were actually supposed to practice tonight, but that got canceled. So
Rip.
this worked out. So yeah, the boys love to be on shit like this.
Yeah,
'cause
for
they get
sure.
really drunk for it, and they spew. So sorry, boys, but yeah, it's true.
Yeah, maybe one of these days, because I know at some point in time we would like to do a in-person episode, and
Oh, that would
maybe
be
at some
great.
point we could do a collab, or I mean, if we end up, I know one of these days I still got to get to one of your guys' shows, so maybe
Oh, please
three of
do.
us
Yeah.
will show up to a show or something like that, and we can all kind of hang out for a few minutes or do something together for a little
That would
while,
be sweet. We would totally do that
or
anytime.
just
We can
get
even
together
set
at
up.
Ethan's house this summer and all fuck
We'd
around.
love to. We'd love to. So yeah,
That would be
that would be
fun.
great.
Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah.
Hell fucking yeah.
But yeah, no, it's been like I said, I'm happy for what you guys have going on. I mean, like you said, it's been a long road. I didn't even realize it's already been 2 years. That's fucking wild. How
Yeah, it
this
is
flies,
wild.
dude.
Came up pretty quick. We're like, God damn, we've been doing this for a second now. 2
Yep.
years is not a long time, but for us, we're pretty much thinking about this, doing this like almost every single day. So it
Hey,
feels like an eternity for us.
that's
So
the nice thing. Once you find something like that you like doing, why stop?
yeah, we're not stopping. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going.
Exactly.
Fuck yes. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, my personal favorite off the EP was Nightmare Telephone.
Yes,
That was a good one. That was a good one.
pretty underrated for us. We were hoping more people would be into it, but it's
Mm,
not getting a lot of love on the Spotify, which I pretty much rely on all our shit from because that's where
mm,
we get the most numbers. But no, I think maybe over time it will get more love. But that was a song we did put. I AI'd the voice and the telephone in the beginning. I did use some AI for that. That was kind of cool. So I fucked around.
Dang.
Where it says reality,
Yeah.
that was some dude I found on 11 Labs. So don't sue me. But no, that was a cool track, and I think Ben's atmospheric, airy guitar, whatever you want to call it, really added to the
Mhm.
overall vibe of that sound. It was such a fun track to record too. We were gonna do that kind of last second too. That wasn't really gonna be on the EP. But we had another studio session. And we're like, fuck, we should record Nightmare Telephone. That song's actually pretty good. So we did,
Exactly.
and we're happy that we did. And yeah, Nightmare Telephone is it adds to the, I don't know, kind of adds to the flavor of the EP. So
for
It
sure.
really does. Yeah.
When you guys did your set in Boston and stuff, how long was your set, out of curiosity?
yeah, that was 45 minutes. Typically for these kind of shows, when we have like 3 other bands on the bill, we're usually given like 30 to 45 minutes. Like they give you 30, like, hey, probably have like, try to have a 30-minute set max, but 45 is fine. And we're like, fuck, we could fill 2 hours. So, we actually have a 2-hour show coming up. April 27th, we'll be at Tributary Brewing in Kittery, Maine, our first show in Maine. Yeah, we're excited for that one because
Hell
we
yeah.
get to play for 2 hours
Damn.
and get to
Fuck
drink
yeah.
lots of beer. So
Hell yeah.
we're pretty happy about that gig. It should be fun. Like whenever we get to play, 25 to like 28 songs, that's always fun. We got to have a couple of
Yeah.
those shows. So we'll take a little break in between because shit, it's a
say,
lot.
You're
Right.
gonna be
It's a
fucking
lot.
tired.
Yeah, we do get tired. We're gonna get, we'll take a break and we're gonna drink a couple and then we'll get right back to it. So, no, it should
Nice.
be good. So if anyone wants to come out to that show, highly recommend it because you will get to see us play almost everything. So
Nice.
yeah, it's gonna be good.
Hell yeah.
Gotta be 21 for that gig. So
Caleb,
Yeah.
you gotta wait one
No,
more
no,
year.
no.
Okay.
Don't,
I mean,
don't age
Caleb's-
reveal me. Don't.
Yeah, Caleb's. What are you talking about? Caleb's
yeah.
only
32, shut up.
27.
32.
Caleb's-
My bad.
Yeah, Caleb's
Middle age.
32. You're 45, and I'm a crisp 55.
Damn.
Crisp 55.
Damn.
Nice.
Homie wants to be unique.
Yes, that's why I'm crisp.
You're something, that's for sure, Noah.
What are you saying now? Let's not hope
nothing.
you were good.
Nothing. I mean,
That's-
nothing at all.
Yeah, that's right. Why don't you settle down there, boy?
Oh gosh.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think
Think
I think
you answered
that's-
most of my questions, yeah?
Yeah, I can't think of anything. Like I said, I'm just
Yeah.
glad that this worked out for getting you on.
I know.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah.
glad
Yeah,
this
man.
worked out
Thanks for
too.
having me on.
Of
No, this
course.
has been
We
great.
appreciate having you on.
We've got one last little segment for
God.
Caleb to.
I mean, we
do-
don't have to.
Yeah, I think this episode, we're going to skip the hockey one.
Yeah, I think
honestly.
we should
might be a
skip
little
it. We should skip
long.
it. It's
That's
gonna
what
be a
she
little
said.
long.
Yeah. But
That's
yeah,
what
I'm really
she said.
excited to
I'm sorry.
hear your future music.
Thank you. We're excited to get it out there.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
well, I think the plan, guys, is to release 3 more singles off the album. So we're gonna probably do it once every 2 months or so until we release the album. So
Let's
yeah.
go.
yeah, some stuff to listen to. So
Yeah.
it'll be out there eventually. But the album, I'll tell you, we're 8 songs deep right now. So
Nice.
we're getting
Hell
there,
yeah.
slowly but
Good
surely.
length.
Yeah,
Slowly but
yeah.
surely.
Do you have
Yeah,
a working title for the album yet, or is that kind of on the back burner?
Oh, we've got a couple. We actually one I like, and I think it's kind of stupid, but it's kind of funny. Is it's called Honk If You Want to Fight.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
unique.
It
Hold
goes
on,
with that
there was-
indie vibe. That indie vibe.
Yeah.
What was another one? We were talking about this in the chat the other night. I can't find them right now, but
fair enough.
we've
So-
got a couple that
Nice.
we're thinking of right now. We
dig
don't
it.
really know. I think it's gonna be one of those that we come out like it's gonna like just all of our music comes out on a whim too. Like we'll be at rehearsal, and the next thing you know, Ben's playing this sick ass guitar riff or something like shit. It's gonna be a song, so we like do it right then and there. But I think it'll be the same with the album name. I think it'll just come up on randomly like right before we're about to actually like finalize everything, and I think it'll be that. So
Nice.
we shall figure
Oh,
that
yeah.
out. But yeah, man, we'd love to come back, do something sometime, play some music for you guys or something. That would be
Hell
cool.
yes.
Hmm.
We're
Yeah.
around.
We'll make
So-
something work in the future
Yeah.
for sure.
Definitely will.
For sure. Well, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Before we end it, is there anything else you'd like to plug before we split and end for the episode, Harrison?
Yeah, check out On My Own. It's out. It's everywhere. You're able to, hear it on all your streaming services. It was our first song we recorded in the studio, so on our new studio, and we're very proud of how it came out. So hopefully you get to listen to that. I will let you know that we do have some shows on the way. We've got one on March 23rd. We've got one on April 27th. We're going to be at the Big House in Laconia. I think that's the first week of June. So yeah, we're going to be having more shows too. So be on the lookout. Pointlessculture.com. We've got all the dates on there. And find us on the socials. I follow everyone that follows us. I follow them right back. So I'd love to be
yeah.
part of the community. It's fun. We have a lot of fun, and we post a lot of stupid shit. So
Sure, their TikTok is pretty lit because you get to see the behind the scenes on there. Can't lie.
yes, we do post
Perfect.
a lot of behind the scenes stuff. And then every holiday we post something that is an AI fail. Like it's a holiday themed picture of us, but AI, and it's really bad. So you can look forward to
Love
that
that.
too.
That's awesome.
We got to President's Day one, but I wasn't gonna do that one.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
maybe St. Patrick's Day. Well, I'll be freaking. I don't know.
Oh god, pointless culture, but leprechaun.
Yeah, we're gonna do
Yeah.
that. I gotta come up with that soon. Yeah.
Oh man.
stuff.
Well, thank you again, Harrison, for
Thank you,
jumping
thank
on.
you.
We truly appreciate it.
Absolutely.
To any new listeners and returning listeners, as always, truly appreciate everyone coming back and listening.
Oh yeah.
This has been DaSnootz Cast featuring Pointless Culture. I'm August. We got Caleb and Noah. Harrison, thanks again.
Thank you guys. Take care. Pleasure chatting with you guys.
The deuces. And Noah, per the usual, as you say, what's your outro, Noah?
Stay snooty. Take care.
Deuces.
I can stand on my own. Can you do the same? No matter your answer, done playing games. Die like my lies with a side of blame. 'Cause no one